we have started.
Oh, good morning. Welcome. Namaste. Welcome to our session on yoga, Introduction to Yoga, sponsored by the Consulate General of India, Chicago, and also the Art of Living Foundation. I'm so glad that you've joined today, and we're building up to a celebration of yoga for International Yoga Day, which we'll do on the 19th and 20th of June. So let's start today um, with chanting Om 3 times. You know, Om is a primordial sound. It's actually NASA reported in the Chicago Tribune in 2012 that Om is the sound that the earth makes when it revolves, when it rotates. And you can go to the NASA website and hear it. It's pretty amazing. So let's chant this sound. Deep breath in. Om. Deep breath in. Om. Deep breath in. Om. And just notice how this sound calms down the mind, the body, and the environment. And slowly open the eyes. And I'd like to say a short prayer. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvina Vaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So that prayer means, may the teacher and the students be excellent. May we enjoy together the fruits of our efforts. May we both be strong in body and mind. Let there be no hatred between us. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. You know, there's a saying in Sanskrit, Vishmayo Yoga Bhumika. That means wonder is the gateway or the doorway to yoga, to union with the body, breath, mind, intellect, memory, ego, and the self. And just being wondrous about this magnificent creation. The spring is here, even though it feels like winter outside. It's cold. But just that wonder, you know, the wonder about the sound of Om and wonder about these postures of yoga that can bring more flexibility in a gentle way to our body. You know, many athletes these days, and for the past 10 years or more, 20 years, have been doing yoga. Why? Because it helps to prevent injuries. Of course, we respect our body. If you've had recent surgery, you're pregnant, or you have another medical condition, please consult with your doctor before you do yoga, right? So many athletes do yoga to balance the kinds of exercise that they're doing to strengthen their body for the sport they're playing. And then also, it strengthens the joints to reduce injury. Athletes do it before they, like as a warm up or as a cool down. And it can actually be a cardio exercise too, which we'll see. And it does join us with our inner self. So how do we practice yoga? We practice yoga with our breath. right? And we have our attention and our body just being aware of what's happening inside. And when we get into a position, we're going into a position gracefully and coming out gracefully. We don't use jerky movements. So let's sit and we'll warm up a little bit. It's always good to warm up. So let's just lean to our right side gently and then to our left side, keeping both hips on the floor. And now let's put our right forearm down and reach our left arm up. And now our right arm. And now let's come lifting up our left hip. And if my gracious host would expand the screen so that everyone can see. So when we stand up and do the other yoga, we can see. And how should our breath be when we do yoga? Let's come back to center. When we expand our body, we'll be breathing in. When we're contracting our body, we'll be exhaling. And what kind of breath will we use? We'll use our Ujjayi breath, if you know that. And if you don't know that, use normal breath. That's just fine. All right. So now let's come to a kneeling position, hands and knees. And hands are right just before the heels of your hand is right by your shoulder, underneath your shoulders. And your knees are about hip distance apart. Inhale and look up to the ceiling. And now exhale and bring the small of your back to the ceiling, towards the ceiling. Tuck your tummy in and bring your chin to your chest. If you want to stretch in your feet, you can come up on your toes. And now inhale and look up. Tailbone also comes towards the ceiling. And now reverse, exhaling, pushing off with your hands and your toes. And then inhaling up. One more, exhaling down. Our spine is such a wonder, so flexible, yet it carries all the nerves in our body. And now let's come back down, sit on your heels, reaching forward. Bring your forehead towards the mat. Challenge, but don't strain. Keep breathing here. When we're in a posture and we've already achieved that position, we just relax. This is what the Rishi Patanjali said, Sthiram Sukham Asanam, that a posture should be steady and comfortable. So we relax in the pose. And that helps us to stretch a little more, also without straining. And now let's bring our hands by our knees. And let's come up to a standing position. Slowly rounding up, vertebra by vertebra. Rolling out your shoulders. And relax. Let's jog a little bit. I'm going to adjust my screen here so you can see my head. Okay. Jog. And let's do some wrist rotations. And reverse. And hands up and down. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And to the side. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Good. And shake it down. Let's do some arm rotations. And reverse. And now let's bring our knee to our elbow. And now let's swing and lift our opposite leg up. Great. And come back down. And let's come to the head of our mat. And we'll do some sun salutations. So let's have our hands in Namaste position. Let's see. Trying to judge here. Okay. Deep breath in. Let it go. Deep breath in and raise your arms up and slightly back. Keep your biceps by your ears. And now exhale forward with leading with your chin. Push your hips back. Slowly come down, hands to the mat. If you can't touch the mat, you can bend the knees. Now bring your right foot back into a lunge. And make sure that your knee is right. Make sure your knee is right above your heel so that your knee is straight. Your leg is straight. And let's come into plank pose. Tuck your tummy. When we keep our abdominal muscles tight, it supports our back. And now bring your knees to the mat, your chin and chest. This is 8-point pose. And now release your hips down. Hands are underneath your shoulders. Elbows are tight into the ribs. Shoulders are down. Shoulder blades together. Inhaling, come up. Bring your chest up. Now curl your toes under. Tighten your tummy and come up into downward facing dog. Push back. Bring your heels towards the mat if you can. Push your chest towards your legs. Keep breathing and smiling. And now let's bring our right foot forward between our hands, looking up. Make sure there's a good distance between your left knee and your right heel. And your right heel is right under your knee. That protects the kneecap. Now bring both feet together. And slowly round up. Exhale down. Namaste. We'll do another one. Just notice your heart beating. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, lead with your chin. Flat back, come down. Left foot back now. Looking up. Make sure your heel is right under your knee on your right leg. And now let's come into plank pose. Keep your tummy tight. Keep breathing. 8-point pose. And Cobra. Tuck your toes under. Downward facing dog. Push back. And left foot forward. Looking up. Both feet together. And slowly round up. Bring your arms overhead. And exhale down. Keeping your eyes closed. Just notice the effect of this posture, of this series, the Sun Salutation, Surya Namaskar. What's the effect on your body, on your mind? We've used almost all the muscles in our body in that series. So now let's come down and slowly open your eyes, and let's come down on your tummy. And bring your hands face up alongside your hips. And we'll do the Artha Shalavasana. So take a deep breath in. And exhaling, lift your right leg just a few inches off the floor. And lengthen that leg. Lengthen your spine. You can have your chin on the mat or your forehead on the mat. This is so good for lengthening the leg, both legs. We'll do the other one. And relax down. Lift your left leg now. Lengthening the leg, lengthening the spine. We sit so much. This is so good to stimulate those nerves in our seat and hips and legs. And relax down. And let's bend the knees now and just kick your feet. And keep your, and let's bring our feet down to the floor now gently. And now make a fist with your hands and put your fists underneath your pelvis. And now take a deep breath in. And exhaling, lift both legs up. Lengthening your legs, lengthening your spine. Chin or forehead's on the mat. Don't let your legs fall down. Keep them straight. Keep breathing. Don't strain. It doesn't matter how far you can lift your legs. And relax your legs down. And let's do Cobra again. Put your hands under your shoulders. Your elbows are tight into the body. You can bring your feet together. Bring your shoulders down. Shoulder blades together in back. Take a deep breath in and we'll push up into Cobra. You don't have to come up too far. You want to keep your navel on the mat. Looking up. Keep breathing. Have equal weight on your fingers and the palms. And exhale down. And let's relax our hands, palms face up alongside our hips. And let's bend our knees again. And let's do ankle rotations with our feet in the air and reverse. And now we'll do the bow pose or Danurasana. Grab onto your ankles gently. And now bring your heels toward your seat one by one. We're stretching out our quadriceps, our thigh muscles gently. You know, when we do yoga, we're stretching out our nadis, or those microchannels through which the prana or life force energy flows. So we're stretching and lengthening them. And doing so, you can relax your feet now. Keep holding onto your ankles. Doing so releases any blocks. So now inhaling, let's lift our chest and our legs. And let's push our feet towards the wall behind you. Don't let go of your ankles. Don't rock. Keep breathing and smiling. And exhaling, relax down. And bring your arms forward. And now lengthen your right arm. Reach towards the wall. And lengthen your left leg. Reach towards the wall behind you. And now let's do the reverse. Reach towards with your left hand towards the wall in front of you. And with your right leg towards the wall behind you. We're stretching diagonally. And just take turns, right side, left side. Stretching diagonally. Let your pelvis move. Gravity compresses our spine. And so we're just stretching it a bit. Bring your legs together and we'll come up into Untitled Shalavasana, the superhero or superheroine posture, lifting our head, arms, and legs. Deep breath in and raise your arms and legs up. Keep breathing and smiling. You're a happy superhero or superheroine. And relax down. Make a pillow with your hands for your head. You can look to the left. Have your legs about 1.5 or 2 feet apart. Toes are pointing outwards. This is Makarasana. It's a resting posture. And let's hum 3 times. Deep breath in. Deep breath in. Deep breath in. Noticing how your body's feeling now and how is your mind now. And gently, let's turn to our back. And now we'll come up into the now Kasana, the boat pose. So let's inhale and stretch our arms overhead. And exhaling, let's bring up our chest and our legs just up to our eyes, that level of our eyes. So maybe you're 1.5 feet off the floor, your legs. Keep breathing here. Abdominal muscles are tight. Keep breathing and smiling. We're happy boats. And relax down, inhaling. And now have your hands on the floor, palms face down. And inhaling, we'll lift our legs up little by little. Keep your head on the floor. Let's come up about 1/3 of the way. And now let's come up a little farther, 2/3. Lengthening your legs. And now you can grab onto your legs and pull them towards you a little bit, bringing your legs perpendicular to the floor. And reach for the ceiling. You can bring your chest up. See if you can touch your toes. This is Uttanapradasana. Keep breathing here. And relax your chest down, your back down, your hands down. This now becomes Artha Shalavasana, the half plow pose. And let's slowly bring our legs down. Wonderful. You're doing a great job. All right. So now you're probably feeling your quadriceps. So let's gently stretch them out. Let's bring your legs to your knees to your chest and just rock from side to side. And now let's let our left leg become straight. This is Pavanmuktasana. Bring your nose to your knee. Keep breathing here. And release. And bring your left knee to your chest, towards your chest. And your nose to greet that knee. Keep breathing here. And now let's release that leg. Bend your legs. Bend your knees. And bring your knees, your feet hip distance apart. And let your knees fall to the left. And your arms are like a T. This is Natarajasana. It's a wonderful way to release the tension in the quadriceps. If you would like a deeper stretch, you can bring your right foot closer to your hip and your left foot on your right knee. Don't strain. You'll feel the stretch in your quads as well as in your hip. We're looking towards our right side, the side that your feet are on. Keep breathing. And now let's release and reverse. And again, if you want a deeper stretch, bring your left foot closer to your hips and your right foot on your knee, but you don't have to put your right foot on your knee. You can just have your legs, your knees on the floor. Natarajasana becomes Dakshinamurti Asana when you put your right heel on your left knee. This is a great stretch for sciatica nerve also. And let's release. And we'll keep our knees bent and bring your heels towards our hips again. We'll do the bridge pose, Setu Bandhasana. And what I'd like you to pay attention to here is the curvature of your spine as you're just lying here on your mat. Feel that natural curvature of your spine. You want to keep that. And now, while you're keeping that, tighten your abdominal muscles. This will protect your lower back. And there's several hand positions you can do as you're coming up. We'll be lifting up our hips. You can hold on to your ankles if you like, or you can have your arms behind you, or you can interlock your hands underneath. So let's inhale, keeping your abdominal muscles tight. Lift up your hips. Don't let your knees come in. So if you bring your arms behind your head, you'll feel a release in your shoulders. And keeping your abdominal muscles tight, if you bring your hands underneath your hips and interlock your fingers, you might be able to come up a little higher without straining. But keep your abdominal muscles tight. Keep breathing. And now release. Slowly bring your hips back down to the mat. Let's bring our knees to our chest again. Hands are on the knees. And let's massage that lower back by making small circles with our hands and knees. and reverse. I'm going to check the time. Oh, great. And now let's release our legs. And let's bring the knees back up and let's do some cycling. Keep your abdominal muscles tight. And reverse cycling. Your hands are face down on the mat. And now cycle really fast. This is your upside down Peloton. And reverse. And now long cycling. Lengthening your legs and reverse. Great. And now let's put our feet on the mat and slide your legs out. And let's rest in Savasana. Deep breath in. And let it go. Your heels are about a foot or a foot and a half apart. Toes are pointing outwards. Hands are alongside your legs, alongside your hips, palms facing up. And let's hum 5 times. And notice the effect on your body and your mind. Deep breath in. 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 Last one. Just dissolve. Take a deep breath in and let it go. And take your attention to your right foot, right knee, thigh, and tip, the whole of the right leg. Deep breath in and let it go. Take your attention to your left foot, left knee, thigh, and tip, the whole of the left leg. Deep breath in and let it go. Take your attention to your abdomen, stomach, and hips, and chest. Deep breath in and relax and let go. Take your attention to your shoulders, right arm and hand, left arm and hand. Take a deep breath in and relax and let go. And take your attention to your throat and neck, face, head, to the whole body. Deep breath in and relax and let go. Another deep breath in and relax and let go. Notice the state of your mind now. Notice how your body's feeling. And slowly and gradually in your own time, turn to your right side. And slowly and gradually, you can come back up to a seated position and open your eyes. So I hope you're feeling relaxed and refreshed also, ready for your day. Yoga is a wonderful way to start the day with more flexibility with both your mind and your body. I'd like to close by saying another prayer. Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu, Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. That means, may auspiciousness be unto all, may peace be unto all, may fullness be unto all, may prosperity be unto all. And so have a great day. Namaste. And I also invite you to join us for our pranayams or breathing practices and meditation on Thursday. Namaste. Thanks for joining. And also, if you didn't join us earlier, we're gearing up for International Yoga Day, which we're going to celebrate on June 19th and 20th, and we'll be giving you more details. So I'll keep that on your calendar. Namaste.